Hey everybody, it's Coop and this is The Will by Coop. So I don't have a lot for you guys today. I got a couple stories, but that's okay because knowledge is power. So I'm going to give you what I can give you. And on that note, I'm just going to start off with my first story, which is the Cleveland shooting incident. I'm going to start from the very beginning. I know a lot of people probably already know because the story has gotten so much coverage over the last few days. But I'm just going to let you know what I found. Okay, so from the very top, there was a man, Steve Steffens. He posted a video on his Facebook Live of him killing an elderly man in Cleveland, Ohio. This man was later found out to be Robert Godwin Sr., a 74-year-old mechanic, father, grandfather, and a lot of other stuff to a lot of other people. His reasoning for killing this man was to get attention from his ex-girlfriend, Joy Lane, and I believe also his mother, who he said hadn't called him or hadn't contacted them. He later killed himself in a crazy police chase. I do believe that just happened yesterday, that happened, that the police chase took place. He killed himself. He was located because he went to McDonald's and ordered a nugget and fry, and one of the employees noticed him, notified authorities, and then told him, oh, we're waiting on your fries or something to get him to stick around. Of course, he didn't stick around, but authorities were already approaching, so it turned into a chase, and when he was blocked in, he pulled out a pistol and shot himself in the head. It was very tragic, very gruesome, but that was the end of the scary terror that the situation was, because it wasn't just centered in Cleveland, Ohio. People were saying he was coming to Indiana or to Michigan or to Chicago or to a lot of other places doing the same thing, and he didn't have a reason. He was just killing people. He had no connection to Robert Godwin, and he had no connection to his other victims. It's alleged that he killed over 15 people. He said that himself before he killed himself, and a lot of other people said the same thing. Robert Godwin was his 14th victim. That he murdered just out on the street on Easter Sunday. They said that he suffered from some sort of mental illness, and he tried to talk to his mom about it, and she just, told him to pray on it and stuff like that. But I'm assuming, obviously, he wanted more attention. Joy Lane, the ex-girlfriend, she also reached out to the family of the victim, Robert, as well as the news channel, the news stations. And she goes on to say, she spoke to him that Saturday night at about 9 p.m. and he said nothing of the sort, that he was feeling this way. He told her that he had quit his job and he was leaving the state. She said that was the basis of the conversation. They didn't talk for too long. And then the next day, this happened, and she said she tried to reach out to him after she saw the video, and he wasn't responding, he wasn't answering his phone, or whatever. She goes on to, just say how her life has been affected over the last 48 hours. How, people have threatened her, people have said that she should have died, she should have been killed, that this is all her fault because she didn't reach out to him, or because, he named her in the situation. The family of the victims tells her, we don't think this is your fault. We don't blame you, and we love you, which was very touching in this very, very terrible situation. If this man truly did suffer from some sort of mental illness, that just means that people need to start paying more attention and being more aware of people with mental illnesses. Even if he didn't, innocent people died. They said his 15th victim was a 2-year-old who had nothing to do. They also said that he had no connection to any of his victims. So, and now, it's blowing up so much, and people are just being so ignorant and insensitive for the whole situation. People are saying that Robert Godwin Sr. was a pedophile. But I'm not even going to entertain that because that's just ridiculous. He lost his life. Honor his life. Respect his legacy instead of trying to tarnish his character. He is gone. His family is suffering. That's the story of the Cleveland shooter. If anything else arises from the story, which I'm not sure how much can arise since this man is no longer with us, but I will keep you guys posted, and I'm just going to move into the next story. So my next story is about Aaron Hernandez, who was found hung in his cell just this morning in Massachusetts. He was serving a life sentence for killing Odin Lloyd, the fiance of his wife's sister, in 2013. He was only 27. He was the former tight end for the New England Patriots. And it's crazy. It's just more death. It's more death. And I don't really know how to respond to that. I'm not a person that, handles all of this death around me very well. It's scary. It's really scary. The family of Aaron Hernandez has lawyered up, and they got all of Aaron's attorneys and stuff like that to help them investigate this case because they want the truth. He was just acquitted this past Friday of another charge that he accumulated in 2012 of killing 2 other gentlemen in a drive-by shooting, and he was proven not guilty. So everybody was a little surprised when this happened. I don't have words for this situation. It's sad. It just fills me with sadness. It makes the world a sadder place. So much death, so much sadness, so much crime, so much everything. And all I can say is, everybody pray. Pray for the families of these victims. Pray for the families of the suspects. Pray for everybody to not only be cleansed in heart, mind, body, and soul, but pray for victims to be able to walk to the store in their neighborhood and get home safely. Pray for kids to be able to play outside in front of their own house and go home at night. Pray for children to be able to take the bus back and forth to school. It's just too much death. And that's all I can say. I hate this. I hate this every time you look up. Even if I'm not speaking about it on this channel, every time you look up, there is somebody that you know in your own neighborhood that might not get on the news. Somebody that is on the news, a celebrity. Is just somebody has been killed or almost killed or killed themselves. There's so much death. And for what reason? For what reason? For what reason? Everybody complains about gun violence and violence, period, and about, how lives matter, period. It doesn't seem like anybody is living up to what they're saying, or anybody is respecting the lives of their family members that have passed on. And it's just a sad time, and all I can really say is to pray. And on that note, peace out, y'all.